What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Just Jen. If you're new, hello. Nice to meet you. I take no bull crap, and I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. I have good morals, good values. And I do swear. Somebody that I know does not. He never puts any curse words in his music, and just 1 hour ago, NF dropped a new song called Hope. And you know, a lot of mine is gone that this world could return to normalcy. So we're going to see what Nathan here has to say. This song just came out.
Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me.
Don't get
you've been waiting.
Okay. And don't get offended when you see Jesus, okay? Because Nathan here is Christian, and he does not care what anybody thinks about that. What do you guys think about the Super Bowl? People going up in arms because they had a Jesus commercial on there. If you don't like it, don't look at it. That's all I got to say.
Me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul. Oh, oh. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn.
All right, he's going to start rapping now. I loved it that he opened up with his singing voice because a lot of people think that rappers out there's rappers out there that can't sing. Yeah, they can. And when they do, it's pleasantly surprising. You're like, yes. Look, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. Not going to lie to you. Didn't watch Super Bowl. Didn't watch the ads, but I heard all about it. All of the lip syncing and all this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, I'm glad I didn't watch it. I really am. I didn't miss anything. Actually, I spent time with my kids. That was more important to me. Yeah. He's he's looking out here lost, a little lost.
Your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says.
That's right.
Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is. Tucking their tail between their legs.
Yes! Yes! Please! Thank you! Thank you. Stand up for what you know is right, and don't be like everybody else. You better stand up, stand firm, and look and watch everybody else running and tucking their tails between their legs and bowing down and catering to the such offended people of the world. Boo-hoo, wah-wah. Stop it. Grow up. My God, man. It's like this. If y'all can't define what a woman is, I guess I'm going to tell everybody to grow a pair. How about that? J's O Pete's, man. My God. Enough.
Right while everybody else is tucking their tail between their legs. What's my definition of success?
True.
Creating something no one else can.
Right.
Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit because they rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to?
Exactly. If you don't believe in yourself, do you think anybody else is? No, we ain't gonna do it for you. You know, I love that. You would take your failures and do something about it. Let that motivate you. You know, damn. I got a hair in my mouth. Damn. You know, I when I first started doing NF videos, right? Clouds, I think, was my first, and then the hardest reaction video I think I had to do was because I had to be honest. I had to be honest with my audience and I had to be honest with myself. And you know what? That has kept me sober. That has kept me succeeding. That has kept me going. When I didn't want to do things, I did it anyways. But I also knew when I had to take a break. I knew if I didn't, I would suffer a burnout. You know what I mean? But I knew, you know what? I think I'm kind of good at this thing. I'm getting all this good feedback. I'm getting a little, constructive criticism over here, which I can take. But then I'm getting a little bit of hatred too. All right. I think I'm doing something right. So I stuck with it, man. And look what happened. I love everything that I do. I love it. And I love telling my story. I love telling my story because it gets out there and it makes people look at themselves like, damn, if she can do it, I can too. I love this. I absolutely love how motivating he is. That hope. Sometimes we lose it a little bit. But when you see something like this and you're just like, yes, thank you for restoring a little bit more of that hope that I thought was gone. Brilliant.
You don't even believe in you. Why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in. They get it.
God damn. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nathan. I just said the ultimate curse word in like Christianity. I am very sorry. I should have said the F word instead. Oh my gosh. But he failed. Like, I love it when he does these videos, man. He beats the crap out of himself in these videos, man. He goes through walls and all kinds of stuff, man. Did you see what just happened there? I felt bad. I was like, oh my jeez, oh Pete's. I'm just going to say jeez, oh Pete's because I felt bad. I thought he got hurt. Shocked me a little bit. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Hopefully it didn't offend some of you. If it did, I said I'm sorry, dang it. But no, I understand exactly what he was just talking about, that last verse. I walked around for so long regretting things and looking back at the person that I used to be, and I'm having all of these regrets. I'm carrying this, and I should have just walked away because that's not me no more. Damn. And then he fell through the floor. Wow. Look at this. Let's watch that again. His doubt, that doubter in him just came back like, hey, you're feeling good, right? You're feeling good. You're loving yourself again. Let me smack you back down.
For some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in. They get it.
Whoa. Body hits the floor very hard, mind you. Deception. I love this song. Slept in. Mansion.
Pain's a necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get up and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did.
Oh my God, did you see? Like, he literally looked at all of his self-doubts, his burdens, those balloons, those burdens that he always carries around with him. And he looked at it and he shut the door on it. Like, I'm walking away from this. Wow. Letting go of things that burden you is one of the hardest things ever, because that's kind of like that the the crutch that keeps you in that cycle, in that ridiculous cycle, like a hamster wheel of self-doubt, right? It's so hard to let go of those things, especially if you've changed your life. You still got this in the back of your head, but I was such a dick. But I did this. I can't believe I did that. But are you this today? Are you that today? You got to close that door. Believe me, I have done some screwed up things in my life. I'm talking long time ago. I've hurt a lot of people in my life. And it's kind of like I'm on a hamster wheel constantly trying to make good. But guess what? There are some things that you can't make good on. Because some people that you hurt really bad, last thing they want to do is get an apology from you 20 something years later. That might hurt them all over again. It's just like those burdens. I got them too. But you know what? I try to make it known and keep making it known that I'm not like the person I used to be. And hopefully, some people that I've hurt will see this.
There's a reason having people make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did.
Facts.
Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about. Don't get it twisted, that was in the shop. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hey, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of pain, 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. You'll never be loved. You'll never be safe. Might as well give up. Not running away. You don't have the guts. You're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge. I'm taking the reins.
Wow. That's what you have to do too. You got to grab those reins, man, and just go full steam ahead forward, man. Yeah, you know what? You can look back, but if you are constantly looking back, you're not looking forward and you're going to fall. Damn. The verse that he had about his mom and about his son. He's never going to have to worry about if I'm going to show up, if his dad's never going to show up. I'm always going to be here. It is so unfortunate what Nathan had to go through with his mom. I was that mom. And fortunately, I got out of that, and I feel so bad that she didn't. That she delivered so much hurt onto him. I wasn't going to do that. And I got sober well before I got into doing YouTube. You know, this year coming up will be 9 years. But I still, in the back of my mind, I have that guilt and that shame and that remorse of all of the hurt that I've done. You know, I had a son, roughly Nathan's age, when I was using, or Nathan's mom's age. You know, I did. And when he was, well, how old was Matt? Born in '03. I got sober in 14. He was 11 years old when I got sober. And then I had another kid, and I was 5 years clean when I had another kid. And I swore up and down to that kid that I would never allow him to see me like my first son saw me. And I've fulfilled that promise. That kid will be 5 in a few weeks. And I'm going to tell you one thing. There's not a day that goes by that I don't remember all of the things that I put my firstborn through. And I promised him I would never do that to you again. And I have not broken that promise yet, and I will never break that promise to him. You know, you gotta you gotta forgive yourself. I think it's easier for me to forgive other people than to forgive myself. And the very second that I forgave myself, you know, and I moved on from that, I got better. I felt better. But just like that ending sequence where Nate was going back and forth with it, you know, himself and that doubt, it's I still wrestle with it from time to time. But that will keep me with those reins in my hand, and I'll never let them go. It was a brilliant video. It was a brilliant video. We got to see mansions and all kinds of different videos that he did. 30 years. You know, I don't think he's stagnant, and I don't think he needs to give us anything new. I think we're all perfectly content with who he is, and we're proud of him. That kid's one hell of an inspirational human being. All right, you guys. I'll leave NF's channel down in my description. Make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure you throw a like on the video, comment. There's lots to comment on throughout this video if you feel the need to. The first I don't say the first 20 to 30 minutes of me uploading, I'll be looking in the comments section just in case. I can't answer them all. Boy, do I wish I could, but I just it's not feasible. I do have kids. You know. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Love yourself. Love yourself. All right, I'm just Jen. All my important links are in the comments, the description. I mean, I'm sorry, and the Patreon and everything else, and my NF playlist will be listed up in the cards somewhere in this video. I don't know. All right, take care, you guys. I'm just Jen, and I will never, ever not be 100 with you. See ya.